Hello and welcome. Lately I've been getting a lot of emails over the last few days on my thoughts on the movie Spider-Man 3. So I'm going to give them to you right here, right now. Personally, I liked it. It wasn't as good as the second, but it was better than the first. There's a lot of key components in this movie. I find it, just to be a little critique here about it. I didn't like the fact that they seemed to rush it a bit too much. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to introduce 3 villains in this, or maybe it was. I mean, time will be the teller of that. But I'm still happy overall with what I saw. Sandman was great. He was well done. Like that scene with when Sandman actually comes out of the sand for the first time after he's mutated and actually starts to form, falls to pieces, and starts to reform again. It's kind of neat. It just shows, like, okay, he's not going to come right out of it one shot. He's going to have to learn how to control these powers. And I find I really enjoy that part of it. Great CGI, too, in that particular scene. Jonah Jameson was funny as always. Can't complain about him. He has some good one-liners. Very funny. Kirsten Dunst, well, whatever. She's Mary Jane, that's all I can say. She's not overly bad, but she's not overly great. Then again, I mean, rarely has she done a movie where it was a breathtaking performance, let's say. Now we're going to fall on Toby and Topher. Toby was good. I like Spider-Man. I like the black costume coming into the movie fairly early. I like the fact that it was kind of turning him bad, making him careless and all that. And you can see the evolution of that in the movie. I didn't particularly care for the whole emo thing. It was okay in the beginning, okay, he's got the hair in front of the face, whatnot, walking around, fine. But after, 10 minutes of that walking, and gyrating his pelvis, I mean, it just got a little bit too much. And maybe the scene in the club when Mary Jane's singing and he plays the piano and starts freaking out and jumping everywhere, it's a little too much. A little something out of kind of reminds me of the movie Mask, if you will, the whole Jim Carrey stint when he sings Hey Pachuco and he dances to it, I should say. But overall, the part when Peter turns more evil isn't bad. I love the part when Venom's formed, naturally, with the bell tower and all that. Topher himself did a great job. Didn't have much to work with, naturally, because they're introducing him in just little scenes, and then it's, boom, he's Venom. So there's no, I find maybe the whole fact they're making a fake photo and all that and getting caught for it, and fine, it works, but I don't know. It could have been, the whole feud between the two could have evolved a lot more, in my opinion. But then again, you've got 2 hours and 19 minutes to play with here. Topher did a great job. I have nothing against the way he portrayed Venom at all. I didn't personally like the fact that Venom went to go looking for help, looking for Sandman and all that. I didn't really like that. It's not Venom-esque of him. I did like he kept some of the lines that he kept in the animated series and in the comic books. Such as, how does that sound, Tiger? And also mocking the whole spider sense thing, my spider sense is tingling and all that. There wasn't really an explanation on how Eddie knew these things. Okay, maybe he knows spider sense from everything, from the media and whatnot. Maybe they portrayed it. I don't know. Something could have happened. We never saw that during the movie, but you never know. It could have happened at some point. But the whole thing about the whole tiger thing and all that, I mean, the symbiote's basically reading his mind and duplicating his powers and all this stuff, but that was never really explained, which was there. I find there could have been a little more elaboration on that part. I find that Venom, for the most part, the CGI looked good. I was actually pretty impressed with it. It wasn't, I don't know, I think they brought it as good and as real as they could make him look. Because you gotta kind of, you got an alien entity here and you gotta kind of make it work in a real world as if, yeah, this could actually happen even though it's a little far-fetched type thing. I did enjoy, like, the overall, like, the battle at the end, especially the ending when Venom actually gets defeated. That's the way Spider-Man defeated him. It was just, that whole scene was just cool. It happened fast, but it was just really cool. One thing I didn't like, actually, they never named Venom. Or if they did, I missed it. Because I didn't hear the word Venom once. We did hear Sandman at the end, a news reporter referring to him as Sandman. But we didn't hear the word Venom. Maybe in the deleted scene it was in there, I don't know, maybe Raimi cut it for whatever reason. But I think at least, you know, if you're going to take the character, one of the biggest Spider-Man villains since the Green Goblin, in my opinion, and you're going to use him in this fashion, you know, make the movie go quickly and not have a huge role of him, at least have the decency to name the guy. Give him his name. Again, now I'm going to stop touching on Venom. Touch a little bit on the Green Goblin here. Well, the Goblin, or whatever you want to call him, Harry Osborn. James Franco did a really good job in this movie. I love the fact, just right from the beginning, he's watching down at Parker, you know, smirking. Basically, I know your secret type thing, you know, and I'll exploit it. Really enjoyed that. Didn't really get the whole tiff when he turned Mary Jane against Peter in order, you know, like just to get them separated type thing to make Peter to attack his heart, as the Green Goblin used to say. I didn't really get that whole thing that why did Mary Jane in the end say, hey Pete, you know what, the reason why I was, you know, acting distant with you was because Harry told me I'd kill you. He'd kill you if I wouldn't do it. I don't get why that was never even mentioned. I don't really understand that part. And again, maybe it's mentioned in a deleted scene somewhere, maybe it was cut, I don't know. All I'm saying is what I saw in theaters, that wasn't mentioned. I did kind of like the poetic justice in him turning to good, but dying the same way his dad did. Well, kind of dying the same way he did, getting impaled by the glider, just like his father had. That was kind of neat. I enjoyed that. The whole thing in the end about finally Peter finding retribution with Sandman, it was a touching scene, kind of him forgiving him and all that. But then Sandman just like taking off type thing, I don't know about that. Like, are we meant to believe that Sandman's going to good now? Is he going to join the Avengers? Like he did in the comic books? Like, what's going to happen, you know what I mean? Or did Peter just let a criminal get away? Like, I don't understand that. And the end actually is really open-ended because him and Mary Jane aren't really together. So they're no further along now than they were at the end of part 2. Actually, in part 2 at least you could tell they liked each other. But here they kind of like each other, but they're dancing and that's it. Like, it's done like that. Maybe this wasn't Raimi's decision. Maybe Raimi wanted to have a closed end, have it ended like that. Maybe the movie company, Sony, decided no, you know, we want to leave this open-ended in case there is a Spider-Man 4, which there are rumors of it coming. Possible villains for Spider-Man 4 now would be Venom, because I really don't think the guy's dead. If you watch the movie, he jumped in, it blew up, he could have got pushed out, could have escaped. You know, the bomb basically tore off part of Harry's face, and that's it. So somebody wearing a symbiote that's impervious to it would probably stand a fair chance of getting out without a few scratches. The other possibility that you could always have actually is a lizard, because Kurt Connors again is in this one. Since Kurt Connors actually kept part of the symbiote, another possible villain could be another spawn of Venom, which would be Carnage. That's always a possibility as well. So overall, the movie, in my opinion anyways, I liked it, I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as the second, but it was better than the first. A lot of high action. If you like a high action movie, this has a lot of action. I think the problem with some people who don't like the movie are hurt by the fact that Venom wasn't developed more, if you will. But you gotta look at this. A movie, any movie you see, if you read the book before, you're going to be disappointed. And people who read the comic books, who are Venom fans, or Sandman fans, or Spider-Man fans, or whatever, are going to be a little disappointed in the movie, because the movie will never be able to deliver the material that the comics did. Just like any other movie can't deliver what the book does. The book's always better than the movie. These things are always better than the movie. So, that's my conclusion. Go out, see it. Let me know what you think. Later, guys. Take care.